EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's the final round of the Northeast Invitational.
That's fine.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the green side bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Oh, what an incredible shot. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Not quite where he wanted it, but it is on the green, and that's not too bad. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. This is a really long putt, difficult birdie opportunity. Frank, he might like this one. He might like, oh, he's gonna love it, Frank. Bang, right in the back of the cup, Frank.
Unbelievable.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Second shot. Good look at the green. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always like to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there.
Not missing by much today, but enough to, again, be in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Settles in over the putt. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward. Second shot.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Beautiful looking shot right here. Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Nothing to argue about there. Right in the fairway. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. And setting up here in the rough. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Birdie try again here today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Good contact, good result.
Now, this game is all about variables, right? Rich, if you get into a bad lie, it completely changes the nature of the next shot. When the ball sits up like that, it is just liberty of choice now.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Just making a mockery of the field now. Another eagle.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch, nerve, had it all. He has the bottom of the barrel. What a drive. Just tattooed that. Second from an excellent lie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That's a good shot right there, about 10 feet away. He'll have a good chance. Locked in on the read and the speed. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance. That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all. That's an absolute beauty.
The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. This one for par. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Frank, this one is veering far to the left. Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. Nothing wrong with that par putt. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Now his third, staring right at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Trying to make yet another birdie. Good putt. We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway, just going to leave you a short iron. And an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
And he pays a price for that.
Well, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
To win the Northeast Invitational. He's made it. Well, at last we're at number 18, and Frank, I have really enjoyed this golf course, and now when you see the lighthouse in the distance, it really makes it that much more special.
It is. The beacon will always take you home, and speaking of home, this finishing hole, it bends to the left. A good tee shot will somehow find the fairway and just leave you a short iron in. And of course, you make three here, and then that smile's going to light up like a beacon.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Now we go down to the action at the first. Frank, were you the kind of player who actually might have been worried if you didn't have first tee jitters?
Definitely. You didn't have the energy if that was the case, but it's about turning that energy into some sort of positive form. Make nice full swings, pick some good targets, and of course, you never know what's going to happen.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go. One on the board and suddenly inside the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that, but really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in.
Frank, they renovated the par 5 second back in 2010. What'd they do to the hole, and how does it play now?
Well, they changed the green, especially the left side. There's a huge mound there now. It's still a driver off the tee, but before you could bail out on the left side, you can't bail out anymore. It's a devilish of a chip over that mound.
Those chocolate drop mounds give the course a really nice look.
Yeah, they just pop. And you can see them, and you know that they're problematic.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going.
I like the looks of this one. He's hit the green, but his work is by no means finished. A difficult putt coming up from about 25 feet. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
-2 early in the round. We have already begun. Let's pick up with the action at hole number 4. Couple of birdies already on the card. Still early, Frank, but we've seen some solid play.
This is exactly how you want to start the first round of a tournament, Rich.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. Frank, now a beefed up par 4. This is the 5th, 466 yards long.
Prettiest hole on the golf course. A nice, gentle dogleg left. There's a bunker down the left side about 300 yards, and then there's a run out at 350.
So another good result, playing this one as it should be played, right down the middle, in the fairway. Frank, the TPC Boston really starts to show its teeth here in the 5th hole.
Yeah, beautiful hole. That green up ahead, though, there's 3 different sections. Obviously, the easy section is that middle one where it just pokes out to the left.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
No damage done, made the par. Ready now at the 6th. It is a tricky 465-yard par 4.
Yeah, hit it through the chute. Water comes into play a little bit down the left if you're a long hitter.
Good contact, good result. Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
That's a nice approach shot. It's about 15 feet away. A good chance for a birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Nice par to remain 3 under. Seventh hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
This sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 7th hole. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Getting set for his third shot from the fairway bunker. What's the right way to play this, Frank?
Well, you don't want to get the ball too far back in your stance. Gets too far back, then you mightn't carry the lip in front.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. He'll take par and move on. Now to the par 3 8th, and Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2. he's safely on deck.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here.
Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the ninth?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
TPC Boston, home to the Deutsche Bank Championship. Frank, this is one of only 4 FedEx Cup playoff events on the PGA Tour, so this is a prestigious championship.
And especially with that Monday finish, this is the one event that really does suit the long hitters. But when the points start to increase, it certainly becomes extremely important.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Wow, rolling the ball beautifully, makes birdie again.
Yeah, that pace, that roll, it's always getting to the hole, and it's the perfect, what we call the perfect holding speed. It uses all 4 1/4 inches of the cup.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Second shot, good look at the green. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Man,
I just pushed it.
boy, that hurts. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Frank, here at the 11th, that is a massive bunker guarding the front right side of this green.
And every now and again, a tee shot plugs in there, making that second shot just absolutely horrible.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
This would give him the par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 12th hole now, looking at 461 yards on this par 4.
It doesn't look like there's much trouble off the tee, and that's because the trouble's with the second shot. That hazard to the right of this green. Oh, it's fine.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Birdie try up next. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. This one has a good line. In the words of the legendary basketball announcer Marv Albert, from way downtown, yes. Ball's teed up at the par 4 13th.
And you want to keep that ball in the air as much as you can. Carry that air on the left side. That's a big tee shot, somewhere in that sort of 300-yard mark.
Just what you want in the right position on this par 5 in the fairway. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. This is a good-looking shot. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Really, this is that awkward length.
Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. Frank, the 14th, a shortish 495-yard hole.
Only because it's downhill. If you can get that ball running down the fairway, then it certainly sets up a good second shot into this stout par 4.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Well on the green, but far from the hole.
Yeah, a little bit of a head scratcher. A lot of work coming up here.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Has it. Now to 7 under for the tournament. Now at the par 4 15th, what do you think of this hole, Frank?
I love the strategy involved here. It's not just necessarily a driver off the tee. Smart play often comes on top here because it's a second shot hole.
So another good result, playing this one as it should be played, right down the middle in the fairway. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, fishing is a nice sport, just not at this hole.
Yeah, a little left here, you'll be more than fishing, that's for sure. Now, there's a little mound on the right side. It's about twice the size of a coffee table. When the flag's there, you need your best.
He's hit the green here at the 16th, but he's not yet hit this putt. It is a long one, about 30 feet away, and it'll test him. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. This one just requires a little bit of focus. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. 8 under par for the round. Well, Frank, this is really one of the most exciting finishing holes on tour. The 18th here at TPC Boston, par 5, risk reward, chance to really make something happen right at the end. Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway?
Second shot.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
I'll tell you what. Phil the Thrill. Phil Mickelson could not have done it any better. What a bunker shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Deutsche Bank Championship. Excellent looking shot here. Good contact, good result. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
And getting ready for the putt. A good effort, a good par putt. Par 5, second hole, it's 540 yards. Birdie opportunity, Frank.
Birdie or eagle, but that second shot all the way across water. So you're going to have to hit a good tee shot to go for this par 5 and 2.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. And Frank, this is just an absolute bludgeoning right now. An eagle, and the lead widens. So we started with a short par 4, then the par 5 second, now a par 3 here at the third, Frank.
Got an L-shaped green just protected by that bunker on the right, so be very careful where that flag's located.
And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
All right, Frank, now at the fourth hole, this is a chance to flex the muscles. It's a drivable 4.
It is. Well worth the go, but just be careful. If you flare one a little right, just right of those 3 bunkers, there's a little bit of a hazard.
No troubles there. Right in the fairway here at the fourth. Second shot. Good look at the green. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Solid play, heart of the green. This one measures out to 15 feet. There you have it. Well done. Great putt. Frank, the fifth hole, beefy at 466 yards. What's the best way to attack here?
Well, it's a gentle dogleg left, Rich. That first bunker really doesn't come into play on the right side. The one on the left is the one you've got to be cognizant of. Get something a little right of that, you'll have second shot around 160, 170 yards in.
Beautiful looking shot right here.
Oh, that's fine.
Strong wind here early in the round. Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. So he's hit it inside 30 feet. Not his best, but still a chance.
Yeah, the odd 28-footer, and that's exactly what it is. I've seen a few of those go down.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Has his par. All right, Frank, now to the sixth hole. It's a 465-yard par 4. What are the keys?
Well, it's framed beautifully by the trees just in front of the tee, so you know exactly where you're trying to go down there. Two little bunkers on the right if you stray a little right, and if you stray a little left, you might just make it to the water.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. And it makes the green in regulation. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. On the way. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt.
Rich, I remember playing with, it was Ben Crenshaw and Mark McCumber in a World Cup of Golf at Royal Melbourne. And Royal Melbourne's greens are as fast as any in the world. And it was probably one of the best putting exhibitions I ever saw without Ben actually making every putt. His sense of speed. And I think that's where I started to see that putting was a real art. He would look at a putt like it had 7 or 8 different dimensions to it. But it was all feel. It wasn't mechanical. It wasn't like this sort of amazing thought process. It was sort of through osmosis. He would just feel a green. So it would go up and down, several humps and hollows and that, and invariably just, if it missed, it just settled on the back of the cup. And these were the fastest greens in the world. Incredible display.
His longtime caddy at Augusta National, Carl Jackson. They came together in the mid-1970s. Carl recalls the first time he saw Ben, and what stood out was, as Carl tells it, the putting stroke. And in Carl's words, it flowed like the wind. Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up.
How did that not go in?
That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole.
Rich, I don't think that bogey is going to make any difference.
Now to the par 3 8th, and Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Well, this one's tracking. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers. Ah, nice.
Looks good. That's in the fairway. Frank, here at the 9th, what are most players trying to do?
Well, you really have to be aware of that bunker. That's about 25 yards short of the green. If you finish up there, that's one of the hardest shots in golf, the long bunker shot. So you've got to carry that, even if you want to run the ball onto this green.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, such a beautiful time of year to play the game. The leaves are turning here in New England. It's a cool, crisp afternoon at the TPC Boston. And now we've made the turn. Frank headed to the back 9.
A nice par 4 to start. No fairway bunkers to worry about. Hazard left and right. And a green that shapes about 45 degrees to the left.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Get down. Lay down. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead. Straight in. Amazing shot. And really deserves it.
11th hole here at TPC Boston. Frank, this is a stout par 3 at 231 yards.
Plays a little bit uphill, and that big gaping bunker just short right. Have to avoid that.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. and getting ready for the putt. Good solid par right there. Frank, the 12th looks to be a pretty straightforward par 4.
Just bends to the left. There's a big sort of crop of mounds on that right side. If you can just go a little left of those, you get a nice kick forward.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
On the green in regulation. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Oh, he's gonna love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Back-to-back par 4s here at TPC Boston, set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
We are about 170 yards from the hole.
This ball never even looked like it was going down the fairway, hitting way right.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
And he's made it onto the green now. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards. Another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. And setting up here in the rough. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, after a couple of par fours where you just sort of let it go with the driver, different strategy here at the 15th?
Yeah, you don't want to get carried away here. This is one where just a nice smooth swing, get that ball on the fairway. And that second shot, you've got to carry that false front. Now, this game is all about variables, right? Rich, if you hit into a bad lie, it completely changes the nature of the next shot. When the ball sits up like that, it is just liberty of choice now.
Headed to the right, just a tad. Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Trying to make yet another birdie. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. Here we are at the 16th now, looking at just over 160 yards.
You can sense the fear, can't you? Should be safely on deck.
Frank, what happened there on the approach?
It was a poor decision. And let's see now. Got to think this one out a little bit better than that second shot. See if he can get it up and down.
Pretty good shot right there. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, 412 yards on the card doesn't look like a whole lot, but
It can play a little longer because really you've got to play it down the right. Don't play it as a dog leg. Just go point A and then point B. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Well, how do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that pot bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
safely aboard. These putts keep the round together.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance.